very much, Marian. It's lovely to be here with you today. Thank you for allowing me to be with you. Do you ever have a time in your life when you hear something so striking that it changed your life and affected you for a good long while or perhaps the rest of your life? With me, that happened when I was 11 years old. I came home and told my family that I had difficulty following dance steps in my dance class, looking for sympathy. When an elder in the family looked at me and said, "You are a stiff, clumsy, ugly duckling. You should have never even tried to dance." I was so hurt that all I could do was cry and stop dancing. 30 years passed by. A beautiful life and a beautiful 15 years marriage that I know seems to me suddenly dissolved. And I was in so much pain that when a little voice in me says, "Just dance, just move to the music," I decided to listen and start dancing in my bedroom because that's all the space I had for myself at the time. And in just a matter of a very short time, the freestyle dancing helped me heal greatly and very well. And when I recovered from this part of my tragedies, I decided to create Dance Away Sadness Move Beyond Your Grief, which is a freestyle dancing grief support method that allow you to release the part of your grief that words cannot touch. And I'm so grateful because then that I did that, because Dance Away Sadness has by now helped so many people in cancer centers and different places in the world, as well as on one-on-one. And I'm even more grateful that I had that experience as a child, because many times people come to me and say, "Well, I want to try this, but I never dance. I can't dance. I don't know how to dance." And thanks to my childhood experience, I can easily encourage them and help them dance and help themselves, because if a stiff, clumsy, ugly duckling can dance and heal, so can you. Do you know that a diamond need to go through extreme heat and pressure and got pushed out from where it comes from, or it'll stay as nothing but a rock in the center of the earth? So apparently, adversities are necessary for us to grow and be in our best brilliance and thrive. And we all deserve to thrive. And we know that adversities can be helpful to us. However, most of us find it very difficult to be able to thrive daily, particularly as we are facing adversities. Still, you deserve to thrive. And actually, you can do that. Do you know that you can do that easily and simply with your fingers? Something as simple and as readily available as your fingers, and the five fingers method daily practice. So how do you use your fingers to thrive? Well, the first fingers, your thumb. With your thumb, you want to start your day with two thumbs up. And what do I mean by that is you want to keep in your mind the two thumbs up awesome outcome that you would love for your day that day, and what can you do for the two thumbs up outcome that you love. Now we know that our external circumstance is a reflection of our insight, that our results is a reflection of our insight. So you also want to start your day with two thumbs up inside. And how do you do that? With gratitudes. even as you are facing adversity, there are usually one or two things that you could be grateful for. Perhaps being able to have electricity and internet such that you can hear this empowering message. Perhaps that you are able to breathe without support machine. And so being grateful for what's still good is the other day to start your day with two thumbs up and to and allow you to have the two thumbs up outcome that you love. And talking about outcome, that brings us to your second finger, your pointer finger, also the finger that you often use to push button. And so this is to remind you to push or press the button. What buttons to push? Well, just like with your computer, when you push the go button or the do button, you need to take action. You need to take actions for you to be able to have the outcome that you want. You need to do things and get things done as promptly as possible. And you also want to remember to push your internal pause button when you are having anxiety, to push your internal pause button when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel angry, and take a deep breath and allow yourself to get a little more grounded so you can take the next action that you need to take and be able to have feelings without your feelings having you. And talking about feelings, that takes us to your third finger, your middle finger. And this is in many English speaking society, we know that this is called the F words finger. Because when, for many of us, when we're having a challenging day, we feel like saying, raising our middle finger and saying the magnificent F word, F-U-C-K. And knowing that your feelings is just feeling and this is your day. If you feel like doing that, go ahead, do that as long as you do that safely. And at the same time, you can use your middle finger to also remind you while you're saying F-U-C-K to say no to things that's not serving you, to say no to things that's not empowering you, and also to let go physically things that's not serving you, but also to let go internally for the let go the anger that you have from somebody if you're driving somebody cutting you in unruly manner on the road, that it's not worth your increase in your blood pressure or your
Mm.
anxiety for being continue to be angry at the persons when you're going to bed tonight, to let go and forgive yourself for doing things that you thought you could have done better. Forgiving has
Mm.
nothing to do with approving or agreeing. Forgiving simply is letting go the guilt or the grudge that you have about yourself or others on things that you wish you had done differently. Letting forgiving is simply letting go of your hope that things had happened differently. At the end of the day, as we see, even adversities all at the end actually bring us goods that serve you and others. So in the meantime, let it go. And that brings us to your next fingers, which is your fourth finger or your ring finger. And this ring finger in many society, this is associated with love. This is where we put friendship ring. This is where we put wedding ring. And your ring finger is to remind you to, on day-to-day basis, to be in love, express love to yourself, first of all, knowing that our outcome is a reflection of our inside. If you are drained, if you are deprived, you are not going to get to have the best outcome you have. So self-love, self-care, meditate, exercise, take a bubble bath, dance. Sometimes dancing in the bedroom can lead you to even more passionate exercise in your bedroom, which is gonna bring a lot of you deserve to have. then to also express love to other, express love to people that you meet, smile at them. Even if you have to wear a mask, depending on where you are, you can smile with your eyes. And the more love we share, the better we all be. Volunteer, help little children that you see on the road, donate to organizations that help little ones. And talking about little, that brings us to your fifth fingers, your little fingers. This is to remind you to appreciate and celebrate the little things in your life. Celebrate others and appreciate them by actually expressing your appreciations to them. And of course, appreciate and celebrate yourself. What one thing can you appreciate and celebrate about yourself today? And just like your fingers and my fingers, everyone's fingers are not perfect. This is to remind you when you look at the imperfections, there are a lot of imperfection here. It is to remind you that you do not need to be perfect. You can do all these things imperfectly, and if you practice this on consistent regular basis, you'll still be able to have wonderful, thriving, joyful life daily, even as you are facing adversities. And if you find this in any manner useful, first of all, feel welcome to share this with anyone that you love, because right now, living in this world nowadays, many of us facing a lot of adversity, and we deserve to thrive daily. If you are facing adversity and you would love to be able to have more tips and tools on being able to transform your adversities to triumph easily and promptly and thrive through the adversity even more, feel welcome to check out my book, Seeking Peace, The Proven Five Fingers Method to Thrive Through Change Effortlessly. It is available from any Amazon in any country. And also, feel welcome to connect with me. Or if you love the easy, applicable, as you see, very applicable five fingers method on being able to succeed easily, connect with me through my website, From Grieving to Joyful Living, or directly to me, Birgitte at birgitte10.com. And I see that as you practice these tools and tips, you are thriving wonderfully daily, and you make it a thriving day and life.